Well, good Sunday. How's everybody doing? We are going to try to do some dailies. Anti-proton on ground, Borg 60, and Tenketi ships. So anti-proton on ground would actually be pretty easy. Can I sell something? No. Some random fleet message. Probably should not be sending it out to the whole fleet. But so a couple things have been going on. By the way, if you ever want to know how long you have before your Phoenix prize boxes come back up, you can come to the TFO's menu and view cooldowns, and it'll tell you right up here how much time you have before you can get one again. Always remember that the Phoenix prize packs are on a 20-hour timer. So once you actually get the mission, you can easily just turn around and do it again. Or after the 20 hours is done, you can turn around and do it again. I think the mathematics is so every 5 days you can gain a day if you do it every 20 hours. Though that does require a little bit of trying a little bit too hard. But, alright. So first I need to make sure I have some anti-proton weapons on me. Disruptor, anti-proton. Pull-on. Disruptor, anti-proton, Polaron, and Polaron. What did I have? Oh, yeah, because I was doing physical damage yesterday. So a couple things have changed within my playstyle. Because, as a video may have came out here recently, I had recently gotten the 10th anniversary bundle for the ships. Actually, it's been a little while now. Legend. Oh, it's not even going to show it now? Here? Yeah, so I got the 10th anniversary bundle. And I decided since then that I actually want to get the next bundle. And I don't have any Zen, so I have to build up my dill list for that. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I want to get my dill up so I can get the Gamma Pack. And it seems silly to get the Gamma Pack, but there's a lot of good things about the Gamma Pack. One thing, it's basically the best place to get Jem'Hadar ships. That's just basically the truth. The truth of the matter is that there isn't a whole lot of Jem'Hadar ships, and they're either lockbox ships for Jem'Hadar ships, or they are just T5s. And so this pack's a good way to get Jem'Hadar ships. Plus, you get a few other things within this pack, and so that's my goal, is to try to get this pack. It's probably going to take me 3 or 4 months. I was doing the math on it. It depends on how well I can actually get dill, and how much the exchange settles down. Because apparently made some more Zen there. I had some stuff up there, which means I need to pull up my spreadsheet. I keep a spreadsheet. So this was, whoa. It took 4 days to get it. Now basically I have about 87 days left in my if I keep on getting stuff according to my maths. But yeah, so I'm trying to get the gamma pack. I need to get some dill in order to do that. Did I grab some? Nope. Go to the bank here. Oh, got some stuff here. I've been quickly trying to level up some characters, some Delta recruits that I had from a very long time ago. I don't need 100,000 on that. And it was taking a little bit of time. I don't have a whole bunch of time to spend on the game right now. But with the experience bonus, I am trying to get as many up as possible during the next 2 weeks, and that way I don't have to worry about it that much after that. Also, I'm pretty close. So T6 coupons currently are going for about 350 million credits, and so I'm actually trying to get some T6 coupons. The one thing I'm noticing about the ships that I have, and thank you for that like. So, someone popped in, hit that like button, took off. Thank you, I appreciate that. Which is a reminder. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content along this line, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified if I stream or post again. But yeah, so the T6 coupons are going for about 350 million, somewhere around there. And the one thing I'm noticing on this account, and this is actually a perfect account to actually show this, because I basically have every ship available that I have. But the one thing you notice is I actually don't have very many Klingon ships. So I think I have the 1,000-day ship, which is a pretty decent escort, to be honest with you. It's just dated really bad. It's aged really bad. Back when this ship first came out, a 4-3 escort was really good. 4-3 escort is not very good anymore. So I have that one, and then I have the Martok, and the Martok is a really good ship for the trait that you get on it, but it's a 4-4. And so I'm on this account. I'm to the point where I actually am trying to expand more to 5-3s, and I don't have a really good 5-3 on this account. And it's just kind of like the truth of the matter. And I have this crappy bird of prey, which I'm never gonna fly again. So I don't have very many. So I'm trying. I need to get some T6 coupons, and it's gonna take some time because I have to build up the Zen for that. Or not the Zen, but the EC for it, man. My brain. I have to build up the EC for it, and so it's taking some time. But then I'll buy some T6 coupons. I think I was kind of doing a check on it before, and I think actually it's probably going to be this one. It's going to be the next ship that I'm going to get. There are some other good ships. This is a good ship, but I don't need this ship because I have the Jim Mundar version of it. What was some other ones I was looking at? I might get a actual ship. This is a good ship too. This Orion ship. This whole family of ships. There's an Orion one. Uh, there's a Federation one and a Romulan one. This one is actually kind of one of the nicer looking ones, just because it has cannons on it. This is a good 5-3. It's a flight deck carrier. Uh, yeah, so there's like a whole bunch of Klingon ships I can get just for either the style of ship or the trait on it. So that's what I think I'm probably going to do. Is try to get somewhere close to that. I think is it this one that has the trait that I need? The promise of ferocity. There's that one I need. Only because this is a it's not as much of a meta trait nowadays, but it is a trait that is used in meta stuff. So the I am missing some of the traits within the metaverse of things, so I'm gonna try to get them off on Klingon ships, and then go from there. This I think there's a trait on one of these too. Oh, is this the science ship? I think one of the really bad 4-3s. 4-3s are just, man. I'll be. They've dated so bad. 4-3s have. But yeah. So I need to get myself some more Klingon ships. It's because every time I'm on a Klingon character, I'm flying a Federation ship because those are the best ships that I have. And so my Klingons are very lacking. Though the problem with Klingon ships, and this is the one thing I'm noticing, is that the what was the trait on this one? Is that the most of the Klingon ships, it's either a bird of prey or a raptor, which are escorts, or it's a 4-4 cruiser. Klingons do not have a whole lot of 5-3s. Actually, just quickly go through the list, unless it's a legendary. So you have these two ships right here, which are their 5-3s is because their other counterparts are 5-3s. And I think that might be. Oh yeah, this one's a 5-3. I think that might actually be it on 5-3s. The 3 5-3s. The Mata or the Matha Raptor is actually used by people. This one, I have the Federation version of this, so I'll probably never get it. Yeah, a lot of 5-2s, a lot of 4-2s, and a whole bunch of 4-4s, and then very limited. So in order to get a good 5-3 as a Klingon ship, you generally have to go towards the legendary space, and legendary ships are just way too expensive. Now, there are some really good Federation legendary, or not Federation, but Klingon legendary bundles. Actually, this is a good one for both these ships. Though I prefer the actual Inquiry over the Legendary Avenger, but everybody disagrees with me. But yeah. Like, both of these ships are... I'm not going to say the Legendary Command Battlecruiser is a bad ship. It's actually not. It's just not a great ship. At least not what I'm looking for. What's the other one? I think the last one is the Klingon Defense Force. Now this is a really good ship. This is a very good ship because it's an intel ship. Yeah, just not a whole bunch of Klingon stuff, and unfortunately, when it comes to Klingon stuff, you probably won't see a whole lot more because apparently Klingon stuff didn't sell. But man, I just rambled on for about 10 minutes. But yeah, so I'm trying to get some stuff up for the Gamma Pack. Problem is, and I'm trying to save some money for some T6 coupons. So the thing that comes along with that is I need money to actually do that, and I will gain stuff by leveling up characters, but also so that's actually where most of the money I have in the bank right now is from. The EC's from is from leveling up characters, but I also need a sustainable amount in order to do that, and the best way to do that is by doing your endeavors, because endeavors you can get anywhere from a couple million to 500,000 depending on how lucky you are. So is one of these that's a full auto rifle. And I don't even remember who my station people are. Marshall, Janeway. What weapon do you have? A disruptor. Here, we'll give you this. Alright. So we're actually going to do, funny enough, the TFO. Because it is a really good place to kill some Borg. And hopefully we can get enough antiproton damage in the process. 10,000. Yeah, we could do it. So it is Jupiter Station. Hopefully I haven't changed anything and it still counts as killing Borg. What I want to click on. That's what I want to click on. Taking some time for it to load up. There's been a lot of drama in Star Trek Online recently. I, for one, will say that I don't think Star Trek Online is going anywhere. At least not anytime soon. And I've been very critical of Cryptic. So you could take that with a grain of salt, but no matter how critical I've been of Cryptic, I still don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. I'm not using any of my kits because I'm going to try to get as much damage as possible. Oh, I just almost died. Wow, I'm actually kind of rushing through this, ain't I? It's so stuck now. Alright. I can start using abilities now. After this combat, I'll switch them back to what they had before. Alright, combat, and then Janeway. You can go back to using this. Alright. I'm actually kind of surprised. I haven't quite seen. Maybe these Borg aren't immune to. I'm going the wrong way too. Maybe they don't have the whole modulation thing going on. Hi, Janeway. Did I introduce you to Janeway? Oh, apparently, I burnt all those abilities a room too early. I think had I been able to get in here and not used all those abilities, I probably would have been able to do that a lot faster. Iconian. Alright, and then we'll head over to the Zinkethi battleground. Hey, I got another point. So, and I finally actually started seeing a lot of these crit severity ones. I had crit chance and crit severity yesterday, and my crit severity and my crit chance are not very high. The funny thing is that in my on my main character, the crit severity and crit chance was the first thing I was able to max out. I got super lucky, and damage, the energy weapon damage. But as you can see, those are three that I'm severely lacking on this account. But all right, so let's go ahead and go up at space. I am using the Vengeance again. I don't know. I keep on going back to the Vengeance. I just kind of like the Vengeance. It's a good ship. I think if I ever get the possibility to get the Kelvin Timeline Mods bundle, I might actually do that for the account unlocking Vengeance, if I ever get the opportunity to. So let's go ahead and go to the Gogger system for the battle zone. You said I only need to kill 5, right?
Welcome to Gogger. The Zinkethi opera.
Yeah. Probably get 5 over there. Yeah. This is the worst thing about coming to this battle zone is that it is kept locked down pretty well by
Fight off
people.
incoming Zenkethi ships to keep control of the area.
And there are just like people who like are capable of just clearing out this whole area. And in order to get credit, you do need to do a lot of damage, so at least a certain percentage of damage. I need one more ship. Perfect. Well, I'm out of here now. And then it's still under countdown, so we're going to spin the wheel and head back to Zana. So we will be exactly where we need to be once my timer ticks down. Alright. Go back into Jazana. Open up my boxes. See if I got anything useful in my boxes.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for that.
Someone's having a party over there. Did I? Oh. Well, I'm just being silly. Whenever I have a hint, if you hold control, you can remove some boxes for verification on these. It won't open up the verification boxes.
Buy another drink. Maybe it'll bring you good luck.
Alright. Just gonna empty out my pockets here so I don't have anything in here, and then we'll go to open these up. So, alright. Good start, good start. That's a bad start.
Those ship holo emitters are pretty snazzy.
Well, I didn't get as much as I was hoping for money, but that's okay. Got 200,000. Which is kind of the low end of what you would get by turning in your Endeavor boxes. I got 250 million the other day, which is definitely the high end of what you would get. That was also with the Universal. Sell off this junk.
This is your lucky spin.
And then we're gonna head over to my other account.
4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes.
I don't think I got my money back for... They changed... So they changed how much money those things are worth, because the rewards from the boxes are worth, because it used to be you could easily get back your 97,500, whatever it is you spend for doing the hourly reputations. Now it doesn't. I need to drop this. Drop. Thank you. All right.
This could be your day.
So I have been working on other characters in the meantime. So these are my way of getting to lithium, and it's not the most efficient way, but it seems the most honest way to do it. Is that I will level characters up, and then once I level them up, it'll I'll do the reputation and use the dilithium I get off of the reputation in order to build my totals. Used to be it was a very very efficient way to get dilithium because at reputation level 5 you get some dilithium and it used to be you got just ore and you would get like 300,000 ore and you would just use that you would just spend your daily refines, get whatever dilithium you can, and then until that was gone. They changed it some year and a half ago, something like that. It's been a while now. It's definitely been a while. That now when you hit level 5 on your reputation, it gives that reward as a reputation voucher, not as actual dilithium. And their description was that it was because it was that was the intention to begin with. And I'm okay with that as long as they don't take away the rewards for doing your dailies. As long as they don't take that away, then I'm fine. If they change this to reputation vouchers, I don't know. I'd actually probably stop playing the game, to be honest with you, because everything else is such a grind when it comes to getting dilithium, honestly, that it would just seem to be silly. Though a good place to get dilithium, if you ever need a good place to get dilithium, is the Dyson battle zones. The ground battle zone, you can get an easy 5,000 dilithium by doing the dailies there. But with that being said, so we're gonna go do the Coliseum. I need to bring up a document. So I'm just trying to rush through towards the end of the Romulan arc. So leveling up normally. So a lot of these characters are actually at level 20 because I did them during the. I had them doing the man, what's it called? Man, my brain's being dead right now. First Contact Day event. I had them doing that, and they gained a lot of experience while doing that, because that's when they initially came out. And so a lot of them started at 20. But if you're playing through just a normal character, and playing from start, you'll get generally to, I think, after the Romulan battle zone area first, before you can get up to level 60, where you can get all of the stuff rewards from the God, my brain. um, from the recruit rewards. I drank some coffee today too. I can't believe my brain is not working. Um, so I do this so much that for one thing, I think I do it so much that I have a spreadsheet that tells me what these answers are. For the first like 20 times I did this, I do the math every single time, but then I got sick of doing the math and it's like, hey, I'm just gonna write down the answers and not worry about it. Funny thing is, I kind of know the answers by heart now. Yeah, you do this enough time because this is even in the Klingon story arc, so everything just becomes oops. Everything just becomes emotion. But yeah, people have been so worried about this game just suddenly going into maintenance mode. I don't think the game works that way. So they will, the game itself, Cryptic, they will use every single asset that they have put into the game up to this point to make as much money from it as possible before it even comes close to going to maintenance mode. Like I said, I've been very critical of this game recently, and trust me on this one. Because I know someone who works in the gaming industry, and not at Cryptic, but in the gaming industry, and companies just don't take all that stuff that they've worked on and just throw it out the window. And the fact that they didn't lay off any of the important developmental staff. They did get rid of some QA guy from Star Trek Online, but I'm assuming just the way QAs work in video game companies, their QA isn't just working on Star Trek Online. I'm pretty sure Cryptic's QA works on every single game. And it was just a lead, and lead QAs, they don't actually do any QAing. They are more managerial roles. So, yeah. I would be sad. No, I would say things that are long term, say like the lifetime. If you haven't gotten a lifetime up to this point, I would be weary on the lifetime unless they like lowered the lifetime like by like to 25%. What did I get? I got that. That's okay because I'm not actually going to use that anyway. Is that the one I'm looking for? Nope. That's what I'm looking for. They changed this UI, by the way. It like pops up over the box when you double click on it. Alright, so we're gonna use that one because it is the better of these weapons. And you get that from the Klingon recruit. I don't need any of these weapons because you can't delete them. Or you can't sell them. They need that to be discarded. Come on, skip. I'm starting to learn that they turn off the skip on some cutscenes is because the skipping breaks it. There is a point battle in the Cardassian Troubles arc that if you try to skip the video or skip the thing, it breaks it, and the bad guy doesn't spawn. The big bad. So just turning off skip on areas is, I think, Cryptic's way of fixing bugs.
Prisoner 1478 remains in the area for interrogation. Prisoner, return to holding area. Failure to comply will result in punishment.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is that there are some like very like some people within the community have
And I won't protect you in there.
within the community that have just became doomsayers. And like I said, just like I just don't think the game is ending anytime soon. So here about
And part of a
I don't want this guy to get mad at me.
shipment of Thaleron weapons.
Any idea who brought us? Any ideas what they want from us?
No idea what they
Am I the only person you've been prepared for? Or are we the only ones here? Is there a way out of here? That's the one I was looking for. But yeah, so I once said in a stream about 6 months ago, I was completely convinced that the release schedule of ships had gone down. Though up to this point this year, I think we are missing one ship pack from things. But after I had actually I looked at the ship schedules just to see on when stuff was released and stuff like that, and actually found out well, at least last year's schedule and like even this year's up to where we're missing one ship pack, which generally came in November. So it's still possibly we still get this ship pack. But it's been the same. It's been the same ship schedule for the last 5 years. And I don't know why it just seemed more, but
use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
yeah, so not really much has changed. So if we go into next year and we don't have like the 2 ship packs and the 2 are you going down? So I want to kill this guy first. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get it so I end up over in that by that panel by the last worm I kill. So if their ships schedule release, or even if we don't get one final ship this year, maybe things are starting to slow down. Because like I said, we are still missing one normal pack of C-Store ships. Though within the problem with that, I think they actually just are running out of ship designs to do.
Just like last time.
So I don't know if it's
Side of the arena to fight the Elder Worm.
I don't know if it's an agreement that they have with CBS slash Paramount, or if it is the price of the ships,
I've been hit. I can't continue.
or what it is, but
Protect me.
I think that like any ship that shows up in the game. So let's say like even if the strike shows up in game, or something from lower decks, the new steam runner, something along those lines. The if those ships show up in Star Trek Online, it's probably a good possibility that they are going to
Destroyed the metal wall. Run. That's our way.
end up in lockboxes or promo ships or stuff like that. Because I just think the price of doing business is just the price of doing business with CBS slash Paramount is just way too expensive for it to just be released into into the C store. I honestly just think that's just basically what it is. That's just the truth of the situation. There's going to be no way around it. Prisoner 14878. Where have I heard that before? And so those type of ships, and so any ship that they come out with that's going to end up in the C store for Zen, just Zen directly, is just going to have to be something that they come up with on their own, or it's going to have to be ships from other games that they're coming in. Actually, that's probably the most likely what you'll see for ships is ships that they're bringing in from other games that they put into this Zen store, because it seems like everything else is just anything you see within the TV shows right now is going to go to a lockbox or promo ship or something along those lines. But I wish they would make some agreements with like people like Bill Krause, who is going to have another ship in the game at some point, because it was in because it was inside of Picard season 3.
I can't go on.
Oh God, I hate this guy.
Too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment.
I really want to kill you, Obisek. But yeah, come up with an agreement with like somebody like Bill Krause or someone along those lines who does starship designs, but not necessarily all of his designs are in the movies and TV shows. I think that would probably be a good way to go, get some extra designs, but who knows how expensive Bill Krause is. Though I really like his designs. And I'm going to be struggling here when his next ship, because on my main account I have all of his current ships on characters, on my main character. Bill Krause is. Oh, maybe Bill Krause didn't do. No, Bill Krause did do the season 1 ship. No, the season 2 ship in Picard. Maybe. But he did do the Constitution 2. I do have the Constitution 2. Man, I can't even think of the other ship that was in. Now I'm bothered by that. Now I'm going to have to look that up. Picard. Hero. Ship. The the Stargazer. God. I drink coffee. I swear I did. I drank coffee before I came on. I was enjoying my coffee. But yeah. So I have the Stargazer. I have the Constitution 2, the Neo Constitution. Both those ships are really good. And I do like their designs. I will admit, the I like the original, the Shangri-La, whatever it was called, design for the Constitution 2. I think Bill Krause's TOS designs are actually really good. I really like the nacelles. And before someone says it, but it doesn't look like the nacelles from TOS. Keep in mind, just like in the world as we live in right now, there are different manufacturers of ships or cars, like compare it to the modern times. And even though most automobiles look the same, they still look different. Different shipyards. So most ships in Star Trek are built in the Utopia Phoenicia shipyard, which is on Mars, I do believe. One of the reasons why I think the Kelvin Timeline Constitution looks so different is because it was built on Earth instead of on Mars. So, different designers, different other things. I think it makes sense. And it's like with the new Constitution. So, the new Constitution, it comes out in season... Spoilers, by the way. Comes out in season 2 or 3 or whatever it was, the most recent season of Strange New Worlds. That there's been a lot of time agents who have interfered with the formation of the Federation through one step or another. And up to that point, everything that was supposed to happen in the game... Are you coming? Wait, you're not Obasek, you're Slamic. I hate you, Slamic. I'm sorry, Obasek, to compare you to Slamic. But, so it's like... the progression of the world is 30 years slower. And I think that was... It's the writer's way to say this is the reason why the things in TOS, which they had, like, this stuff's going to happen 30 years from now, and it just never happened. Why it just never happened? Well, I mean... I honestly think they should just admit that Star Trek is not in the same timeline. But I don't think that was Roddenberry's vision. The whole vision of Star Trek was that this was... the Star Trek universe was possible by us as modern humans. But at this point, it's just to the point where you're just going to have to just figure it out. I think if they would have put the timeline out like another 100, like move everything like 100 years into the future, I think it all probably would have made a little bit more sense. No worm. That would have been the best way to do it. Just go back and retroactive, say everything was 100 years in the future. But again, Roddenberry's vision was that this was all possible within a generation. Not going to be. I'll be surprised if this, the whole world lasts another generation. The way things are going in the world nowadays. Doom. But. So we'll have to see if they can even come up with new designs for ships. Is because they've already done the thing where basically every ship now has a T6 variant. I think the only ship that doesn't have a T6 variant is the Cheyenne class.
Temperature is dropping rapidly.
The Directly has a T6
This
variant.
cave should protect us from the elements.
Can I just shoot you,
I've done some
Islamic?
exploring. It looks like this cave continues. When the sun rises side of the mountain, we could save time and energy by
Can't
using
skip
the
it.
passage instead of trying to find a path over the mountain. Excellent. The passage saved us hours. This could be a good day. Let's find my ship. My ship isn't far from here. I think I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon.
Yeah, because I noticed when they did
There she is.
the most recent
Wasn't
ships,
much to look at, but
turned them into T6s. I went through and I looked at all the old school ships to see which ships did not have a T6 variant, and it was just the Cyan. So maybe that's the next ship. They can do the Cyan and some third-party ship from an old game. Make that T6s, and there you have it.
we should
Gotta
check
go
to
in
see
here
if
first.
the emergency beacon survived the crash. But in the likely event it didn't, we might be able to piece together some components to create a makeshift emergency beacon.
Grab this real quick. You have to grab this before you grab that. By the way, if you're ever doing a Delta recruit and you want to find the Delta things, they do come up on your tricorder. Temporals do not, which is really annoying. Deltas do. Actually, I would like to see a T6 Cyan. I mean, limited on purchasing it, though. So I tried to give somebody a T6 coupon yesterday, and I thought I could double-click on the box in order to put it in the trade menu, and I couldn't, so I accidentally opened it up. So now I have 5 T6 coupons that are bound to my account. I think, depending on what the 14th anniversary is it the 14th? Depending on what the 14th anniversary is, depending on what the bonus stuff is, I may just start using T6 coupons. Unless it ends up being a legendary bundle. I don't think it's going to be a legendary bundle, but
There's no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place.
1478. That's where I've heard that before.
It is good to know at least one Reman understands who is the master and who is the slave. The loss of the listening post was a minor setback.
There are hints, by the way, that he will betray you, because his call number is called out after the first combat in the Coliseum.
I have done all they have asked and more, but you will not be there on that dreaded day.
You talk too much.
The game ends now. You could have been such a
You suffer from villainitis.
But this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim.
Miss. He's probably one of the least intelligent bad guys in the game.
I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me.
Do I
That
need
was
that
not my intent.
engine?
However, your trip to the Nopata system was
I
not in
mean,
vain. Now you see.
I don't not need that engine.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Thank you, Admiral. Alright. Oh, female Vulcan engineering. Or female human.
Starfleet Intelligence has completed its...
I have new mission.
So I'm gonna have to do one more. I'm at 46. I'll go ahead and pop that on there. Oops. It's not what I intended to do. I will also say too, even if the game did somehow go into maintenance mode within the next year, 2 years, which I really can't see it happening. It's kind of one of those things where the game is still profitable, though they're making it less and less profitable by, it's like a stock exchange. Right? Like, we'll go ahead and talk about that for a second. So this game depends so much on people spending money into it because there's no monthly subscription or anything like that. The way that this game makes money is by constantly making content. Now this game is basically laid out for making money, basically the same way as a mobile game. This is the reason why having Deca be the publisher or whatever of it. It actually makes sense because everything in this game is designed as if it was a mobile game. The way that it monetizes itself and other things. What things that you'll probably see is that the fact that next you'll start being able to see Zen to complete stuff instead of spending dilithium, or dilithium and Zen will become one and the same, or who knows. I don't think that's going to be true, but though with the exchange, dilithium and Zen are so intertwined that it's hard not to see that coming, or that comparison. But the way it monetizes the game, the way it makes money, is the same way that a mobile game makes money. So to put it into the same arm as a mobile game makes sense. It just makes sense. They had hired a former like a person that worked in some, I think it was Zimber or something, or whatever, the Zynga, that's what it is. Worked at Zynga. They had hired him to kind of give ideas on how to increase player involvement in the game. And one of the ways that they did that, as the reason why we have the admiralties, that's the reason why we have duty officers. Though duty officers have been around for a very long time, but like this stuff right here is mobile game stuff. That's basically what this is. And maybe there's a possibility with it being controlled by a mobile game company that it'll add more mobile game stuff that maybe requires Zen to increase its to speed it up or something. I would say if you're going to do any of this stuff, never spend money to increase them. Just allow it to do what it needs to. Unless they increase it to ridiculous times where it takes like a week to finish something, then then you just don't do it. This stuff right here, is not required for the game. That's basically what it comes down to. R&D is not required. Has never been required. R&D gear, it's nice to get. You can get it, but it's just better just to go to the exchange, purchase something on the exchange, because there's always stuff on the exchange that you can use that's a lot easier to get your hands on. Admiralty, I mean, you get dilithium, you can get the contraband through Admiralties. You can get EC, but really the bad thing about Admiralty is that it really does require you to spend money into the game. Like, if you want to do it efficiently, it requires you to spend money. Basically, what it comes down to, because you need the ships to run everything. Now, if you go through and you have the ships to run it, then it's not as bad. Admiralty actually becomes pretty easy at that point. Did I accidentally start? No, I didn't. Duty officers. I mean, duty officers give you transwarp locations, but that's just about it. That's the only useful thing at duty officers. And realistically, the fact that you can use missions to transwarp all over the place, you don't need those extra transwarp locations, because any place that you need to go to, there's a mission that takes you there to begin with. Even Earth Space Dock, there's I don't think it's Butterfly, but there is a Iconia mission, which is it might be Broken Circle. I don't know. It's either Broken Circle or Midnight that will take you to Earth Space Dock. So DS9 you can get to with the Cardassian struggles. Jabberwocky, I think, takes you there. Let's see, Quonos is the same. There's a couple missions. Yeah, basically any place you need to go. Romulus, there's missions that you can use to do it. So, but yeah, that's the thing that is. They're gonna have to just find a way. They'll find new ways to monetize the game. Basically, what it comes down to. But yeah, the game has been that way for a while. The game runs like a mobile game. The game has been pay to win since it's an induction. So when the game first came out, the whole intention of the game, I'm actually going to turn down some of this volume. It's actually not needed for what I'm doing. Let's option audio down. You guys can just listen to me talk. Listen to me. I'm more important. But yeah, so the game has always been a pay-to-win game. It's unfortunate, but it used to be back when the game first came out, and this is like literally when the first came out. So they tried a few things when it first came out for sales in Zen Store, and that was some ship skins. So that's where we get the Maelstrom, the really funky looking assault cruiser that has the backbone and some like other stuff. And this stuff, they were initially skins that you could purchase in the C store, and then they started coming out with tiered ships. So basically, all of the release ships that first came out started getting a a plus version of the ship. And when I say plus, it's just that ship plus more stuff. And you can still see them in the store today. They're just not available in the C store. They're just if you go to those certain that grade of ship, any ship that is worth actual dilithium, those ships were the plus versions of the ship. So they were actually they were the basically a tiered version up above the ship or the level that you got it. So like the tiered one plus ship was basically it had basically everything that the tier 2 version of that ship, and so on, so on, so on. And but it came with a console. You know, a lot of the old style consoles that you get are basically those consoles, and players started getting angry because the fact that those consoles were introduced. You had to buy them through the C store. That was the only way to get them, and they were upset because basically it was a play to win for PvP, because this game was built around PvP. And because the two factions, they were just intended to fight each other, the Klingon faction and the Federation faction. It's actually one of the reasons now when they try to do updates to the game, there's a lot of things that they can't do, because when this game was initially made, it was meant to be a PvP game between the Klingon faction and the Federation faction. And it used to be, before they did an actual like storyline for the Klingons, the only way for a Klingon to level up was through PvP. PvP and patrols was the only way that they could level up. And that didn't work because nobody played a Klingon. It also used to be that you could only have a Klingon account or a Federation account. You couldn't have both. So if you wanted both, you'd have to have 2 counts, stuff like that. But so that's what the way this game was designed. It was supposed to be a 2-faction PvP game, and so when they introduced those ships to the game where they had the consoles, it just angered people. I remember playing with people back in 12 years ago that literally quit the game because they got mad because the game became play to win right off the bat. And unfortunately, those play to win things, they sell. They sell ships. They sell things. Not very many people play any game for Space Barbie. And so Space Barbie doesn't sell. It's the same thing you see with ship bridges. The problem with ship bridges is that they can make a bridge, but nobody puts a ship bridge on their ships. They will just use the standard bridge. They just don't care. The average player just doesn't care about what bridge they get. It's nothing for them, and so they just stop making bridges. It's the reason why I don't have bridges. I believe the same thing is true with fighter and shuttle combat. It just wasn't beneficial for players. But I'm going to go AFK for a moment. I'll be right back. Apparently, I've been talking for the last 10 minutes. But so there are just so with the jobs that have been laid off, it's really bad. And the thing is I've been through 3 layoffs in my lifetime. Um, uh, one of which affected me directly, 2 which affected people that were around me. And unfortunately, sometimes layoffs happened. And these aren't companies where they just don't, like, they're not looking to shut down. They're not looking to go into a maintenance mode or anything along those lines. They are just sometimes when you're as a company, you will see a glut of expenses, and you have to find a way to fix those. And a lot of times what companies will do is they will cut those some of those expenses. After they cut the expenses, they'll take a stock of what they have left and what they need to do. And after they take the stock of what they have left and what they need to do, they will then start hiring people back. And the layoffs that I've been a part, that's basically what had happened. They cut departments in half during layoffs, and then a year and a half later, we have just about the same size of a department as we had for the layoffs. Though the positions may have changed a little bit, there's a little bit more responsibilities involved and stuff like that. That's just part of the world. And when you're working in an office aspect or something along those lines, that's just a part of the business that you work in. And it's not just the gaming industry, it's the IT industry, it is the corporate world as a whole. These things will just happen. You just got to be aware that that's what it is. Now, hopefully, these people can turn around and find some new jobs. There's a benefit within the world today, and there's a negative within the world today. The benefit is that most gaming companies will allow remote work, so most people don't even have to move anymore to work for a company. They can apply for a position on most places of the world, and then start working remote from them. So that is a nice thing about the world today. So hopefully these people, when they get the opportunity, they can come back and they'll find some jobs. Hopefully, or maybe it'll be a better job than it was before. And then that's the only thing you can hope for nowadays. I will say, though, the gaming industry is in a definite flux right now. Yeah. My wife, who works in the gaming industry, we've had to have a conversation recently because of how temperamental the industry is right now. Because we recently just bought a house. Yeah. Industry is very stressful. I had to go and get something to drink while I was AFK, so if you hear some that'll be me. Oh. Mm. I do have questions on why the QA lead was let go. Generally, when a lead or a manager or something like that gets let go during layoffs, that is generally that is production based. Not to say that's what was happening, but just from my experience. Or, yeah, but see, if this was a, oh, did I hit 60? I did. So if this was a, like a merger, because I have been a part of a merger too. If it had been a merger, seeing management go is actually very common. Any lead or anything like that, because generally that means that the new company will want to implement their own leadership. So that's very common. Alright, I am done with leveling up this character. So any of the characters that you're going to level up, you only need to get them to 60. Because realistically, the only thing you're trying to do, if you're doing a recruit or just a normal character, is you're just trying to get it to a point where where you can get all of the recruit rewards. So almost all of the recruit rewards, the Klingon, the Delta, and the temporal, you can pick those up at, no, not the temporal, the gamma, you can pick those up at 20. So you can just load your character up at 20 with all the rewards there. The only ones that don't is the temporal. The temporal, you get the rewards on a slow basis, so based upon your level. So like I still have these 4 rewards that I hadn't been able to collect on the from the temporal, and it's like the lithium ore and fleet marks, so they are important to the thing. The benefit of doing a recruit like a Delta recruit or a temporal recruit, and only the Delta recruit and the temporal recruit, is that their level-based rewards gives you reputation for, or marks for all of them. So getting up to level 60 on a Delta recruit and a gamma, or not a Delta recruit and a temporal recruit, you get 500. You get 250 at 50, and then you get 250 at 60. You also get some expertise and some EC and some other stuff. But let's see, just my fleet. Do they have any open? By the way, these are convenient for if you just have fleet marks that you want to get rid of. They are horrible because they only give you half the rewards. So keep in mind when anytime you see the unload surplus fleet marks, it only gives you half the rewards. So it's actually not amazing. Any duty officers? Duty. Don't have one. So basically, when it comes to these, the officers, you kind of just, any officers you get on these characters, you just get rid of them. Luckily, you can actually give them to your fleets now. It used to be you couldn't give them to the fleets. And then you just try to get some fleet marks, and then or fleet credits. Then what happens is once you're done, you're able to finish up the this character. You basically drain him dry of anything. At that point, you can spend the fleet credits on purple officers, duty officers, and sell them on the exchange, which is another way to make money. To make EC. And then everything here. I feel like it did, yep. Oh. I thought I claimed that one. Claim these. Claim this. Alright. This character's all claimed out. Throw these in here. And I don't want to get rid of anything on the ship yet. So I need the ship to move around, but I will get rid of everything. This box is annoying. It used to pop up over to the side, but somehow they changed it. Now it just pops up over where you're double clicking on. Yeah, so I'm done with leveling up these characters, so everything on here can be sold. So I will sell anything that has any type of value and then delete whatever is rest. It is the most honest way, as I've said before, in trying to get dilithium and EC. Those are all down. Just double check. Oh, I can get rid of that. I don't need that up there anymore. This, by the way, the commander gig. Commander's gig. This is the best shuttle, and the only reason why, because it has stealth. It is part of the lifetime. If I wasn't using this and I needed a decent shuttle for use in the slim shuttle missions, it would be probably the Scorpion Fighter. It would be the Scorpion Fighter. Actually, it could be multiples. It could be the Scorpion Fighter, which I believe has stealth. He has a Romulan battle cloak, which is even better than the other one. This, I believe, also has a battle cloak. Maybe it doesn't have a battle cloak, which makes it labeled a stealth fighter. And then I think this has a stealth, a battle cloak. Do you have a battle cloak? Nope, maybe you don't. Does it say it has a battle cloak up here? It does have a battle cloak. The nice thing about this one is you get cannon rapid fire 1 on it, which is nice for if you want to do cannon. I think this also has cannon rapid fire. It does. It doesn't have a cloak though. So this one, does this one say has a primary stuff? Oh no, it has a console that gives it kind of a stealth. So this one or this one, if you didn't have the lifetime, and they could be pretty cheap. I think they can get down to 300 during certain cells. So if you have 300s in, they're a decent thing to try to get. But if you have the lifetime, the reason why this is good is because like the main one that you're going to use this for is the vault, and you can basically stealth past anything because you don't need a battle cloak. So I don't think I've shot at anything within the vault in a very, very long time. The rest of the stuff. So they had a giveaway about a year ago, probably. Yeah, it was before I quit playing, so probably about 9 months ago. But that gave away one of these, and the benefit of it is that it made it account bound and not character bound. And now I can just throw one on any of my characters that I'm trying to level up. But all right, let's sell some junk quickly. Actually, bank. So pretty sure most of this stuff is not sellable, but we'll just go ahead and throw it up here. The account maintenance you do when you do this. There is a lot of just like random crap you gotta do. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna sell these. Alright. Because the rest of the stuff I don't want to sell or cannot be sold. I never checked. Control. Goodness, just auto. Nope. It won't get past that pop-up. All right. So then, after I do this, I'll quickly throw 2 weapons in here. The reason why is because if you don't, when you're going through opening reputation boxes, the reputation boxes will fall within those. slots. So we can throw anything that's left over here into here, except for this, which can go in there. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I do agree with Casual SB when he says that the fact that they didn't get rid of the primary developers in the game is a sign that they aren't planning on ending development. I don't agree with Gaz by saying that that everybody's just going to be jumping to leave at the first sign of the ability to. And the reason I say that is because, and again, I don't know what people are thinking when they have their own thoughts, but drop that in there. But when you first start hearing about the possibility of layoffs, and if you're in a job where you start hearing them, your first thing is that you're worried about your own, like, how you're gonna pay for your bills and stuff like that. So you become worried. So the first thing you do is you make yourself available for work. You start looking for jobs. But after those layoffs go through and you find out you're not one of the affected ones, you tend to tone down on that first level of panic. Doesn't mean you don't go looking, like you're not openly looking for a job, but realistically, every person out there is open for a position if it comes by, especially if it's one better than the one that they've gotten before. So that's a hard thing to say that someone's not looking for, like, open for a job. All right. How many spots do I have left in my? No, I still have enough. So we'll go ahead and pop this off. That box is annoying. And then these 3 or 4. By the way, this Pro Star set, really happy that it was included, or that it was available. I'm hoping that they come out with a another set that takes the deflector and the engine portion of it. I mean, they can do a deflector, engine, and then some sort of frontal weapon. I really hope that there's something coming along the lines for that. It's because these right here are so beneficial to leveling characters, because all you do is just set them onto the ship and just completely forget that they exist. And you notice me. So this is basically one of my build outs for when I'm just trying to level up a character. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is just infinity stuff that is I can just put on there. I don't worry about the consoles. I just put universal consoles. The Agony is one I got from a giveaway. This is from the Bozeman. This is from the legendary Glenn. This is from one of the 10th anniversary ships. I don't remember which one it is. Actually, most of these are from the 10th anniversary. This one's from the 10th anniversary. I think this is from with the stealth console. This is from the legendary Defiant. This is available within the. You can claim them through the current boxes, the Phoenix boxes. You can get the prolonged missile, the console, beam, and cannons. Once you buy them, they become account unlocked, and then you just put on whatever character you want. I highly suggest that if you're ever starting through playing a character, the first time you get 4,000 dilithium on a character, to instantly go in here or instantly buy the boxes, the Phoenix boxes, and then just go through and purchase these. I think they require blues, but I'm not 100% true, 100% sure off the top of my head, but I think they require blues. Then I think this is. I had this before I got the Legendary Bundle, so this was off one of the ships that I had before that. This is off the Legendary Bundle. This is off the Legendary Bundle. This is off the Cabot. This I think I also had before, and this is off the Legendary NX. The Legendary Bundle, the 10th Anniversary Legendary Bundle, gives you a lot of good consoles and some good ships. So if you, especially if you just want something to just throw on stuff, just to have it work. But yeah, this is basically what I do. And then with stuff that that isn't Infinity, like these two items, which are the only two on the ship, as I pick them up when I'm playing, I just upgrade them. Though I'll be honest with you, if they did put, even if it was like a non-phaser set, if it was a non-phaser set, I just wouldn't add whatever the non-phaser based is, and I would still put these on here. I was kind of sad because there is a MUDs set for space items. It's this Imperial set. The problem is that when you unlock this, it unlocks it at the level that you unlock. And that's just absolutely annoying. And so if you're going to use them, you would have to, every single time you hit a 10th level, so 20, 30, 40, so on, you would have to go in here and you have to reclaim them. And that's just annoying. Alright, count bank. Add these. Change character. Back to Dolan. We will take the things I can take out of here for him. The rest of the stuff goes to the new character. Down to Mr. Number 9. It's a Klingon. I will still put phasers on this guy. And this is a thing I'm running into when it comes to just stuff and just in general, is that there is no good, like, I don't have a good Klingon ship, and just absolutely really annoying. Now the one thing I kind of wish, I'm just gonna empty out my inventory here into my self bank. That's not what I wanted to do. What I'm doing here, so I tried to get a whole bunch of the there we go. Of the dead tribbles. So basically, what I'll do is I'll get some tribbles and put these 3 here, and then the tribbles will eat the food, and then the cannibals will eat the tribbles. And then every now and then you'll get the universal endeavor that has you turn them in. They're not worth a whole lot on the exchange because they don't sell for very much. I think because they're very easy to get. Alright. So, the one thing I kind of wish, as I'm going through it, I actually need to check to see what ships I've actually put on this character. Have I claimed any ship? I have not. Well, that makes life easier. So, if they do make a legendary ship, this is kind of a legendary ship I wish that they would add to the game. This is just a honest response. So, the in the 10th anniversary bundle, we're just gonna do that. In the 10th anniversary bundle, there is this ship, which is what you see me flying. Is what I will be flying on this character too. The benefit of this is that it comes with advanced phasers, and it has all the phasers like already equipped, so you don't have to worry about it or anything like that. I wish that they had a Klingon version of this, a legendary ship that had the advanced disruptors, and you can get advanced disruptors. I'll show you what I mean. I think it's under the reclaim here. Reclaim. So you can get the advanced disruptors. They do cost the lithium, but you can get them. I just wish they had basically a flip of the coin version of that ship. It would be what the difference is for difference between the ships. If you ever notice, ever look at them, whenever you have ships that have multiple versions of it, so ship bundles, faction bundles. Nope, it's not cross faction bundles. That's actually what I'm looking for. So like these type of bundles here. Anytime you see these type of bundles where it has like 2 ships in it, like for different factions, they're basically the same exact ship. It's they're both gonna be 5.2s. Consoles should be the same. The only difference is that the Klingons will always have a battle cloak. Romulans will always have will have a cloak, and the Federation will not. I will say that it, not for this one. A lot of times the Federation ships have more hull, whereas the Klingon ones do not. They basically swap hull and the cloak. Apparently this bundle does not. I wonder if any of these actually do that. So this is 45, 47. The Romulan one apparently gives you more hull. Does this have a battle cloak? Or a cloak? I did not see a cloak in that. So maybe it doesn't have a cloak. Maybe this one doesn't. That will have a cloak. Huh. This game is now proving me wrong. Oh well. It shows how much I know. The Romulan one has a better turn rate, just less hull. Not by much though. Also has a different. Well, it almost feels like they added it after the fact. There's like, oh man, we need to put out a Romulan ship in this pack. All right. Yeah. Get those. But yeah, I wish they had a Klingon version of that legendary ship, because it's sorely needed. It's sorely needed. All right. Claim. You can name it whatever you want. Claim. Because I don't care. Not gonna grab that just yet. Claim. I don't keep any of the science ships, so it doesn't really. I might not actually use any of the consoles. I haven't actually checked to see which consoles I use off of those. I may not even need to claim them. Claim. I have to do this every single time I start a new character. Just for consoles. Again, I do need to just check to see which ships I'm using consoles off of. Oh, I'm full. We'll go to the ship merchant here, or the ship's guy here. So we are... This one, we are going to ready this starship. And then we're going to discharge this one. And then basically, I need to get rid of dry dock. Let's see, did I have any of the consoles I'm using? No. Should actually look here. So I use the Cabot console. I'm using this one off of the legendary. That's Odyssey. I'm not using that one. I'm using that one. I believe I'm using that one. And neither of those because they're specific to. Just kind of just a good way to look at things. I don't believe I'm using that one. So I use the point defense. The oh yeah, this one, the Omnis. This actually comes off of the. It's also on the. What is it? Ships tier 1 to 4. I believe it's on this one too. I think it is because I had it before I got the 10th anniversary. The big benefit of it is that it's damage bonus. It's just damage bonus. I don't use that one. Yeah, I can try that. Dock that one. I dry dock all my 4.4s because I'm never going to fly 4.4. Don't think I use any of these. Don't think I can. You know what? It's actually kind of surprising because some of these, yeah, use this one. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought. So, if you ever want like a reason to get the 10th anniversary, just leveling up your character is actually a good way to do it. Because like if you notice here, oh, I don't know why that's in there. Probably because it transferred over when I readied it. If you ever look at these, you see how this is all filled up with phasers. The only locked one, this one, still has a phaser in it. If you actually go to space, they're active. It's active. So here at level 17, this is a 5.2. And if I was to start combat, it would fire. Boy, I'm as slow as snot, ain't I? It's actually it's one of the main reasons why I'm kind of hoping that they would release a Klingon version of the ship, because this is just a really good ship to level with. Because most of it you just don't have to worry about. Just throw some engines, throw some deflectors on there, and go about your way. But I think I've rambled on for long enough. I'm actually going to call it for right now. I hope you've enjoyed my ramblings for today. I guess my final statement would be that I don't think Star Trek Online is going anywhere. No matter how critical I've been of them recently, I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think they've shown any signs right now within their moves, even within the layoffs, that show that Star Trek Online is going anywhere. I do think that they have some issues with their supports and stuff along those lines. That may get changed now because they're changing different groups again. But I just don't think they're going anywhere. We won't know, to be honest with you, if the game is going anywhere for at least another 2 years. So, and if you're enjoying the game right now, feel free to keep on enjoying the game, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep on making it. But all right, if you haven't liked what you've seen, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more ramblings of me as I play through the game, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hopefully next time when I get a video, it'll be a little bit more non-rambly. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Bye.